really stop that, which is great for OP's side. But now, Rice Cream, is he going to be okay?
I think a one hit on this actually pops the flicker, so good thing he does. No first blood drawn just yet.
Gonna have to play this slow. Again, CFU committing a lot of battle spells very early on. They need to find some sort of trade back because once level 4 starts rolling through for the side of CFU, Ultra Legends, I think they are the ones who have to take the first step back, right? Because Rice Cream, he doesn't have the flicker, so there's no guarantee that they can cancel out the Feathered Airstrike. I think he should be fine here.
And he's gonna be fine then. That's what I like to see with the gold laners, man, right now, is a lot of that kind of 1v1 action, because they know that for the majority, you're not going to be joining the fights, unless, of course, you're a Moscow, which we've seen that quite a bit. You know, one Spear Destruction towards these objectives will get you there. So, meanwhile, the teams will go ahead and set up for the 4v4 on this. The level 4s are available. Boxy doesn't have the kick yet, but the Feathered Airstrike will come down. Boxy takes a little bit of hits. Wadu trying to zone them out, but it's already going to be the first blood for Rise Crim. Throwboy does fall, but Detective will get the turtle, and it looks like we're going to take a quick little break here, but looking at it, they trade kills across the board and then an objective for CFU.
A little awkward to call the pause in that fight, but we'll see, because this might just be the first time we might actually use our rewind system. Finally, it's been years and we've been asking for it from Wonton since forever. If it does come down to it, we'll leave our marshals to handle that. But in the meantime, yeah, coming to those level 4s, I'm surprised that Ultra Legends were fighting for position, right? Yeah. It really comes down to, can we take control over that river brush connecting into the mid lane? And it's such a powerful position because now Pharsa either has to play on the far end by Tri-Brush to get access to her Feathered Airstrike without getting disrupted, or has to walk through purple side. Either or from purple side is very volatile position when flicker's available for that Arla. At the end of the day, Lucas still at level 4. I'm expecting him to be the one to secure this upcoming turtle, but again, big assumptions here.
So, depending if we jump back into this game or not at the current time, like, he did secure it, I believe. He was able to secure the turtle, but that's the thing, you have such an advantage around the Feathered Airstrike early on, and I think they play that route. And it would have been maybe a little bit different if Boxy was actually level 4 and he had a kick available, but him and Wadu did a good job at just zoning out Ultra Legends.
Oh, whoa.
I hear sounds. Okay, we're back into it. So Rise Crim will go down. It's a double for Detective.
Okay.
So jump back in. Yeah, he got 2 kills and he did get the turtle.
Oh yeah, so we're not pulling it back this time round. Looks like a little unfortunate for Ultra Legends. I'm not sure who called the technical pause in the first place. Regardless, CFU will get this initial push onto Pharaoh's side as Box CCCCC is going to be on this top side. CFU at this point of time, pretty good, because now that Detective with 2 kills underneath his belt, first items are going to be a little accelerated for him. And with that first item, I'm not sure what he's going to go for, right? Is he going to go, you know, build the Fury Hammer into the War Axe, or go straight off with the War Axe, knowing that he has to tank a lot more damage coming into these fights?
Yeah, I feel like it's been a while. You know, it's been a while since we've seen Lucas specifically in the jungle, at least over in the Philippines region. For, you know, he was up there in the beginning. Wadu, though, Consecrate going to get Final Slash out of the Feathered Airstrike here and takes the brunt of damage as Quanok picks up a kill. A good response. Boxy thinking about it, but won't actually commit. But with Detective here, they want to put pressure on this orange buff. He knows he's got a lead and a level advantage too. Gonna go for Throwboy. There's the kick. Not the angle they're looking for, though. Now Dark Lord gonna join this fight. Boxy is in trouble, though. Gonna get Final Slashed. Rise Crim, whoa! Detective goes down. They find Boxy as well, and it's a big pickup for Ultra Legends.
Ah, that was such a huge whiff from the Beast Bomb. Maybe if that connected, they could have done something else. OP was about to get the Feathered Airstrike back online, too. Really unfortunate. CFU Gaming have the right ideas, but they're forgetting about priority. Look at this fight actually occur, because we do see the initial movements from the side of Dark Lord, and that makes all the difference in these types of fights, right? He's holding on to his he already used his Falling Star Moon early on, but more importantly, it's that final slash that turns it around, and you can see that Rice Cream is getting even more value from it on the laning phase for this Moskov.
Right on cue there, Gideon. As soon as you mention the final slash, you get a nice little look at Rise Crim finding Sing up top. And now this second turtle of the game is going to be up. Little traction pulse thrown out there. It's still going to be controlled by CFU for the most part. But they're going to have to fight for this one. Boxy, once again, trying to zone them out. There's the Feathered Airstrike. Wadu gets the turtle secured, though. But they're in trouble as Boxy's going to fall. And there you go. Appraiser's Wrath to come down. Throwboy's out of the picture. But Wadu's still on the hunt. It's a big trade here. 1 for 2 right now. But CFU they get the objective.
He's a little hungry boy. They're, again, Ultra Legends, they are currently up with the lead, and they want a little bit more.
I guess they do. Opie in trouble, but Wadu trying to cut them off. The Dark Lord, he's burning.
What?
Wadu. What's going on?
I think he was thinking like, all right, I could take a bit of damage. I still
got
have
this.
Flicker. I got this. And then Quinnock hits his passive stacks, and it's like, fight me. Fight me. Try me again. Do it one more time.
Hey, man. Maybe, you know, maybe Wadu forgot, but you're not going to cover much ground as Uranus. So Boxy has to kick his way out to live this in exchange in the mid lane. But hey, Ultra Legends, they've done a phenomenal job at kind of correcting the course here in the early game.
All right, I got to call Zipper on this one. Pull up the item list real quick, because we need to see how far Wadu is from getting a Radiant Armor, and at the very least, oh, he goes for Dom Ice first.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh,
Okay.
he's in trouble.
He's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Because again, this Dom Ice is not going to help him much. He's just getting punted around.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and use that Consecrate. He still survives. Somehow, someway, Detective's going to join the fight, jumping on in, looking for the Blast Wolf. Land it though, but the Feathered Airstrike will pick up the kill anyway. Detective still working on Rise Crim, and there's the kick also from Boxy. Rise Crim is still running away, but finally the Detective will pick up a kill. Can Throwboy get here in trouble as Spear's gonna be coming down to join the fight? Pharaoh will go anyway. It's a whole-on brawl in this bottom lane. As Opie's still alive, Pharaoh and Throwboy working on Wadu. Wadu is tanking up, but gets taunted back, and there it is. They pick up another kill. And it looks like they're gonna go for this turret as well, as Opie is just forced off. He's gonna drop down the Feathered Airstrike, but I think Ultra Legends is gonna be happy with that fight overall.
Are they happy? I'm not even 100% sure about it, right? They do end up losing in Tier 1 topside. They will secure this turtle. At the end of the day, is this really helping with their current game plan of scaling up fast? Quinnock is actually in a very good position. Rice Crim, yes, he's great, but Dark Lord in particular, he's got to be really careful, right? I think the pressure is starting to get to him. Those Falling Star Moons, they matter.
Oh, that final slash is going to get him kicked into the turret. They're going to fight it anyway. The Traction Pulse and the Star Moon comes down. They finally get the turret. Spirit Destruction just lobbed on through. But it's an objective, ultimately, which Ultra Legends gets, and that's what they needed.
Yeah, because majority of the lead is going over to Dark Lord, but he's not the main carry for the squad, right? A lot of it really boils down to whether or not this Moskov can start scaling now rather than later. Wanwan has been a non-factor for a majority of these fights, only being eliminated once, and you can tell the gold lead isn't that far away between both of the gold laners, right? It's only the 100 to 200 difference so far, and Opie is comfortably scaling, right? He's already gotten his second item ready to go, and right now we really need to see Wadu start building into the Blade Armor as well as the Radiant Armor. He needs it so bad so he can start peeling Quinnock without fearing him.
Good eruption there, but still not enough. Feathered Airstrike drop down in mid lane. They'll get blasted to bits. Crossbow tank popped off as well. Wadu holding the front from Throwboy. They find Dark Lord, and they're going to be able to find Throwboy as well.
Ooh.
And Appraiser's Wrath will not have enough damage to pick up anybody from CFU.
Yeah, unfortunately, Pharaoh a little bit late to the fight here. CFU Gaming was able to recuperate and regroup a lot faster despite the initial damage being thrown out from Ultra Legends. Boxy is playing a strong game. Let's look at this replay one more time, right? Because we see Boxy start off by taking down Ice Cream to ensure that Opie is going to be fine. The Feathered Airstrike got max value onto Rice Cream as well as Quinnock, which is the big issue, right? Ultra Legends must understand, if we are going to initiate these fights, it's very ult dependent.
This is tough too, you know, ult dependent or not and everything else. Ultra Legends, now they're starting to get picked apart. And it feels like, you know, they're going to have to kind of hone back in. And this is what I was mentioning back when we were opening up the segment here was, you know, they kind of need to hopefully refine their mid to late game transition. And so far we have to see that happen because the Lord is up now. Ultra Legends is fighting for space. They're trying to fight for, you know, the fact that this tier 1's almost going to fall here. And CFU knows to punish this. They might initiate this fight. They're going to drop down a Feathered Airstrike again. The flicker forward. Spirit Destruction to follow through. Pharaoh joining the fight. He's going to go ahead and help out, but the crossbow tank popped off on Dark Lord. He tanks up a ton of the hits, and now they're still going to be going as Quinnock's gone. A big blast once again. They have to retreat under the tier 2. They're just going to fight it out anyway. Throwboy keeps them in check. Now Opie looking for his own opening. It doesn't have the Feathered Strike just yet, but they'll force him off. The Lord is for the taking for CFU.
Really nice play coming in from CFU side. They initiated this fight understanding that if they can push them in between their tier 1s and tier 2s and nobody is there to actually clear the wave, for their mid-tier 1, that's such a powerful position. Once Cornock goes, they know they've got the green light. Once the final slash Rice Cream comes out, then they can do whatever they want. That gives them the...
Muscle of iron, bones of steel.
The throne weighs heavy. How will you ease my burden?